Welcome. I'm Meredith. This is the Oasis Spiritual Empowerment Tarot, all about tarot, oracle, and empowering you. And we have another unboxing. This is the Sibyls Oraculum, Oracle of the Black Doves of Africa. And it's by Tiana Lee McQuiller. Artwork is by Caitlin V. Fossey, and this includes a 44 card deck and book. So let's see if I can get this plastic off. Let's do it this way. So this one was not a Kickstarter, believe it or not. This I just got on Amazon. I don't recall. I think I just stumbled across it, but I could be wrong. I just don't remember. But I have not seen much. On Amazon they only show you a little bit. But what I saw looked fabulous. So, okay, the Oracle of the Black Doves is a system of divination inspired by the Libyan Sibyls, the African prophetess of the classical world. According to the Greek historian Herodotus, 2 black doves flew away from the city of Wasat, or Thebes, and established the Siwa Oasis Oracle in Libya and the first oracle in Greece at Dodona. Created by the tarot reader Tiana Lee McQuiller, this contemporary oracle pays homage to the oft-forgotten African founding mothers of the Sibylline traditions. Drawing on both the African and the classical traditions, it features full-color paintings by the artist Caitlin V. Fossey, who created the card art in a style reminiscent of the Libyan mosaics popular in the 1st century BCE. In the accompanying guidebook, McQuiller details how to consult the oracle, providing in-depth write-ups about the meaning of each of the 44 cards and the symbolic language represented by each card's imagery. Designed to directly address the spiritual lessons underlying the seeker's query, the oracle facilitates self-examination and decision-making, helping the seeker choose their best possible future by broadening their perspective of the situation. The author also includes a history of the Sibyls of the ancient world and explores the continuing Sibyl tradition in North Africa today. So, it sounds very promising. Okay, so it opens like a drawer. And we have book. And the cards are split, which, not my favorite way to pack them, but it's alright. Let me get rid of this plastic, and while I'm doing that, I should probably say, remember to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell so you get alerted when I post new videos. And, by taking just a super quick second to like the video, it really helps out the channel. The YouTube algorithm will make the channel show up for more people, so we can kind of grow this little community. So it's just a nice thing to do. I'm just saying. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Just give them a little bend. Look at these backs. So now they're different. So it looks like we probably have different sections of things, right? Because the colors are different. So let's take a quick look at the guidebook and see what that's about. And then we can go through the cards. Okay, so we have an introduction to the Sibyls, awakening to the Sibylline symbols. Right, it goes into those. How to use the oracle. So we're going to take a look at that because it talks about structure. Applying the oracle's wisdom to your life. The core issue assessment. And it continues on from there. Yeah, I'm not, it's a lot, so I'm not going to read everything. But then we get into card meanings. So we have core issue or fundamentum cards. This is telling us the structure. Projection, projectora cards. Action, actionist cards. And within the action we have blue, cool, Frigga set. We have red hot, Caldarius set. And that's it. And, then we do get an assessment answer key, which is interesting. Because there is this self-assessment thing. I'm not really sure what that's about. I saw it. I know I saw it. Oh, core issue assessment and then scoring. Oops. So that'll be interesting. We're not going to get into that now, but just a really quick look at the structure. Well, maybe how it works. Let's see. So, using the Sibyls Oraculum to facilitate self-examination and decision-making is accomplished through the following 3-step process. 1. Focus on the core spiritual issue underlying the inquiry. 2. Reveal and analyze what your mind is projecting onto the core issue that may be a help or a hindrance to achieving your long-term goals. 3. Manifest the ideal state of mind and comprehend how to immediately move forward for best results. The Sibyls Oraculum was not designed to address any of the following. Minutiae surrounding the seeker's question. What anyone else thinks, might think, does, or might do. Outcomes of situations. So now for the structure, we have 44 cards, and they're color-coded on the back according to the following categories. So we have the black, which are the core issue cards. So let's say so those are the black, right? So this is the core issue. Copper is projection. So I'm thinking these are the projection. Blue cool action and red hot action. So the blue and the red. So just very quick, I don't want to read too much, but just quickly about the core issue. Core issue cards reflect the essential spiritual practices that a seeker should deeply reflect upon in relation to the query. Every challenge has a source, and that source is always on the querent's mind. Thus, the core issue card identifies where there is a fracture or miscalculation in logic related to the question. It is advisable to set aside any defensive emotions, such as anger, denial, or self-deprecation that may arise upon receiving the message, because those emotions are contrary to the purpose of clarification. Receive, reflect, realize, accept, and move on. And then just going to read a little bit more. The projection cards reflect the rationalizations or justifications in the querent's mind that are preventing them from seeing the core issue. They are the comfortable masks of excuses that are placed on the truth that, if not removed and worked out, will eventually cause the querent internal suffering and possibly external hardships. And it talks about keeping a journal, reading for others, things like that. This is really interesting. So I'm not getting into it. I'm really not. But the core issue assessment consists of 121 statements in 11 sets of 11. So it gives you, it gives you these questions. So this is kind of like, it's almost like a personality quiz. Well, it's more than that though. That's kind of what it reminds me of. There are questions like, I guess you have to rate it. So like, ignorance is bliss. I need the aid of gurus and experts to empower me. So there's questions kind of like that. But, alright, enough about the book. Although, I'm going to tell you, you guys know, I tend to not read a whole lot of guidebooks, but definitely this one I will be reading. And I am going to do the assessment because I think it's interesting. So, these should be the core issues, I believe. So we have mysteries, mysteria, no, I'm not gonna read the top. I'm just gonna. So we have wisdom. Look how beautiful that is. I love this artwork. Unity. Opposition. Death. Transformation. Oh. Accumulation. Limitation. That's fabulous with the dog and the leash. Rhythm. Gratitude. Vibration. Okay. So then, these should be the projections. So we have justice, rage, mirror, purpose, avarice. I love the way this was done, can I just tell you? Complexity, lust, confusion, doubt, pride, contentment. Okay. So now, these should be the cool actions. So we have detachment, questioning, analysis, synthesis, prioritizing, submission, measurement, desire, optimism, strategy. That's fabulous. Initiative. Okay. So So now these should be the warm actions or the hot actions. Purity. Speed. Nurturing. It's an interesting image for that. Gradual process. Abandonment. Transcendence. Stillness. Really interesting for stillness. Aggression. Disguise. Play. Defense. Okay. Now, I am sure, based on the little I've read, I'm pretty sure these are not really meant to be shuffled together, but we're going to do it anyway. They riffle shuffle really nicely. There's not a huge spring for bridging, but you could do it. Nope. The cardstock is... did we even do size? I don't think we did. Yeah, I mean, there's not... riffle shuffling is easy. Bridging, overhand is quite nice. They are pretty laminated. They're a little bit kind of plasticky feeling, but in a nice way. They really move pretty well, though, I gotta say. If you want to fan them out, well, even fanning them out's really not bad. I'm surprised by how easily they move for cards with that kind of lamination. So let's pick one and see what the guidebook says. Now, I'll tell you, I think, well, we'll see when we lay them out, after we look at the guidebook. I'm on fire. Let's see. Let's see this one. Purity. Okay. So. Okay. So, in the guidebook, they are kind of broken down into those sections. And then you have each one for the section. Some have very little. Some have quite a bit. So that's interesting. But in this case, I'm not going to read the whole thing because it is a fair bit. If you can kind of pause it and zoom in, you could probably read it yourself. But just kind of hit some highlights. So it does tell us, that it's in the action cards Red Hot Caldarius set. So we have Castigate, Purity. If your conscience doesn't respect you, eventually no one will. Key symbols. This scene depicts a room where someone has just been initiated into the mysteries. Their hair has been ritually cut, offertory incense burns, and the clean white linen cloth is ready to be put on. The initiate has been or will be told the rules and what is and is not permissible for them to engage in. This card represents higher morality and the acquisition of or a return to one's ethics regarding the situation. So then it gives us religio-mythological associations, which I'm not going to get into because it's just too much to read. I don't want to bore you. And then we have a divinatory meaning. Now for the divinatory meaning, it says make sure that you remain morally clean. Any attempts to be sneaky or underhanded or to otherwise play dirty will ultimately end in failure. And just kind of skipping through to see the other cards, it looks like they're all in the same format. So regardless of which group they belong to. I think it's all going to be in that same format. Alright, let's lay them out. Now, certainly this has its own specific system, and I'm definitely going to be working with that system. You know, I'm very intrigued by it, but I'll tell you, if you feel like these cards are really interesting, I don't know if I want to learn a system right now, you could absolutely use this as a standard oracle. I mean, it has keywords for you. And it does have divinatory meanings. So I think that it could be beautiful with that. Actually, this deck is going to be really beautiful with a very special deck I have coming up. I'm doing a full review of this deck, and I'm glad I unboxed this first, because I'm gonna try these out tonight together, because I think they're gonna be really, really fabulous. So I might use it as a, you know, like a straight oracle with that deck for now. But I might not. I might kind of dip my toes in. I don't think that the system's gonna take very long to get down. So we'll see. I'll take a look at the book first, believe it or not. This may be the first time. But yeah, I love the art. I think there's something so special the way this was done. I'm very, very intrigued by the system. And, yeah. I mean, look at this. Even this, right? We have initiative, doubt, strategy, detachment, contentment. I mean, wow. I mean, that could be such a great message just right there, right? Like, okay, you need to take that initiative, and, okay, maybe the challenge is you're going to have doubts about it, about what you're doing, how you're doing it. How do you meet that challenge? You got a strategy. You know, you need to strategize. And part of that is going to be detachment. You know, you have to detach yourself from that outcome and focus on the task, the specific things that need to get done. And then you'll find contentment. I'm just saying. You know, it's not a real reading, but I'm just an example of how you might read with it. I really like these. These are so different, and so I love this card. Really beautiful. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you have this, if you've been using it. Are you following the structure and the intent? Are you using it strictly as like a standard oracle? And how are you enjoying it? I'm really intrigued by this card, or by this deck. Yeah, and I'm gonna start working with it tonight, because I do want to use it with that other deck. And that video is coming up so soon. It's so much later than I wanted it to be. But that's a really special deck too. And I've been using it for a while now. So stay tuned for that. Remember to subscribe, hit the bell. And until next time, just be wonderful to yourself. Be really, really wonderful, because you deserve the best, only the best, all the best, and that is my wish for you.